All right, so now we're going to use the tabular method on example 9. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my table. I might need more space. I'm going to put it over here. So here I look for the thing that if I derive it repeatedly will give me a constant, and that's going to be the polynomial t to the 4th. And so that leaves e to the 2t dv being e to the 2t dt. All right, let's do this. So the derivative of t to the 4th is 4t cubed. Derivative of that is 12t squared. Derivative of that is 24t. Derivative of that is 24. Derivative of that is 0. So you can see that if we had not used the tabular method for this one, we would be having a real hard time because that's so many pieces. All right, so we're going to integrate e to the 2t. So remember, you're kind of thinking of u substitution here, because if you derive that, you would get a times 2 with the chain rule. So we need a 1/2 out front. And then we're just going to keep multiplying by 1/2 as we go. All right, and then we alternate the plus and minus signs, right? So this would be a plus, this one's a minus, a plus, a minus, and a plus. So let's see if we can write this out correctly. So that integral here is going to equal t to the 4th times 1/2 e to the 2t. So I'm just going to pull the 1/2 out front. And it stays positive. Both of them are already positive, and we have a positive sign here. Okay, and then the next one we have this times this with a minus sign being multiplied, so it's going to be a subtraction. I like to go ahead and simplify the coefficients if I can, so that's just going to, 4 and 1/4 are going to kind of undo each other. So I'm really just going to get t cubed e to the 2t. All right, going to the next piece, I have 12t squared times 1/8 e to the 2t. So 12 over 8 is just going to be 3/2, right, in terms of 4. So that's going to be 3 over 2. Everything's plus. T squared e to the 2t. This brings us to the 4th term, so 24t, a negative sign, and 1/16 e to the 2t. So minus, and then 24 over 16 is still going to be 3 over 2, t e to the 2t. And then last but not least, 24 over 32 e to the 2t with a positive, so that's going to be 3/4 e to the 2t. And then don't forget your plus c. Wow, 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 wow. That's pretty fancy. And that is when you especially would love the tabular method.